Hi, everybody. This is Ev from Holistic Healing Astrology. I want to thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about the theme in your natal chart and what that means, and all the different factors of the theme of the natal chart and how that helps you. One of the things that I'd like you to know is that I offer this free content for people so they could understand a little bit of the mechanics of astrology and how astrology could help in your everyday life. I also have the social media platforms, a TikTok, a little bit of Instagram and stuff, but I offer some really insightful blogs and once a month newsletter, so you need to subscribe for that on Holistic Healing Astrology. So that's Holistic Healing Astrology. You can contact me at any time through my email at ev at Holistic Healing Astrology. So if you want to search for my social media platforms, it's all under the same umbrella of Holistic Healing Astrology. Try to keep it all simple for you. But the thing is, I feel education is very important. And if you don't know, that I do teach two specialized areas, psychic or intuitive development. If you want to get on the wait list, get on the website and or even email me and say, hey, I'm interested in your upcoming classes. And the other one is about astrology. I also do private tutoring with astrology where we look at your natal chart and we study your natal chart. It's sort of a do-it-yourselfer. And I've had clients repeated come in every month. That's a really good deal because it's very inexpensive because it's sort of like a group setting. And if you want to host a party, that's always a lot of fun. And the hostess gets a free reading as well. So there's shorter readings, but it's a great night out, and it's a great way to expose people to the realm of astrology and all the invisible world attributes. Also, we're in the age of Aquarius, so that's when we're mixing the ancient thinking and philosophies with the future. And that's exactly what we're doing. That we're studying now, or shamanism is becoming very mainstream. Also, astrology is pretty mainstream now. I mean, when I started doing astrology back in 1970s, it was, you didn't even talk about it. You had to quietly, secretively hide away and didn't tell people what you were doing. But if you found someone else that did astrology, then you kind of all grouped together. And it was very Scorpio energy, we're going to have fun with this. But it's that Leo Scorpio generation too. So today, let's talk about the theme in astrology and your particular theme. How do you look at that? What do you do? So first, you have to get your natal chart. Well, there are a lot of astrologers out there that will not do a reading or a consultation. By the way, I do consultations. They're not readings because I want to have a conversation with you, because there are 30 to 70 keywords for every component of astrology. As psychic as I am, a lot of times I'll hit the right one, but I have a whole checklist, and it's a spreadsheet of the keywords, because sometimes they're not the obvious keywords. So you have to find the most appropriate keywords for the client at that particular time in their life. If they're, young 21-year-olds, the keyword for Saturn may not be the same as a 70-year-old's type of energy for Saturn. So astrology consultation is a very specific, very personalized, individualized affair. We look at the natal chart. So you don't have a birth time. Well, if you don't have a birth time, what most astrologers do, or the ones that I know, they'll put the sun in the first house, or they'll put the time of birth as noon. Okay, so it's like in the middle of the day. It doesn't really matter, because what we're getting to is the theme in your natal chart. Well, the theme in your natal chart is always echoed from your natal chart, which is the snapshot of the sky the moment you were born, all the way to the end. So your chart starts with your first breath, I would assume. And the chart ends with your last breath when you die. But there are hints of your past life and the next life moving forward, okay? And that's, we could look at that if you're interested. So like I always say, if you have any specific questions, you want to get a hold of me, get on the email, ev@Holistic Healing Astrology. If you want like a free 15-minute consultation to see what services are best for you, you get into the website, go into appointments, and scroll down and click on Speak with Ev, and then you're scheduled in there and I'll be notified. You could try to text me and call me. Sometimes I'm available, sometimes I'm not. That's pretty random. You could check me out on my social media platforms. I offer a lot of free education there too, and on my blogs and the newsletter. So I want people to understand that astrology is, well, to me, one of the most underutilized tools out there. I don't understand why your therapist isn't using it, your doctor isn't using it, your family's not using it. Every family member should know how they all relate to one another. I can't tell you how many compatibility consultations I've done too. I just don't understand my sister. She just gets on my last human nerve. Well, by the time we're finished with that consultation, they're almost in tears because they realized how they operate, what the operating system is all about. And, let's say, like me, I'm very analytical. I'm emotional too, but I'm very analytical. So I'm always trying to rationalize why people react in a certain way. That's just the way I roll. But if you get someone, in my presence and they're so reactioning and emotional and oversensitive, it's hard for me to deal because I can't rationalize with someone that's just off the chart emotional. And you know what happens when people are stressed out? They can't think straight. So it's a tough situation. But if you understand that a certain member of the family or a certain coworker that you have, or even, if your business partner or your husband or significant other has certain tendencies and operates in a certain way, you could better deal with it so you could better communicate. And even your communicating style, that's all in your chart. So if you haven't had your astrology chart done, especially by me, well, you're really missing out on a remarkable event. It will change your life. It does. And then people will come back either once a year, once a month, because they want to see how the forecast is coming along, how they could better use the energies. So the themes are terrific. The first thing we look at is what is repeated in the chart. So we have planets, we have signs, and we have aspects, which are geometric relationships, and we also have the houses. So if you don't know the moment that you were born, then we don't know the exact placement of the houses. If you don't know that exact moment that you were born, we could figure it out. It's called rectification. But sometimes you don't need to do it, because by the time I'm done with that first consultation, I pretty much figured out, especially if we do it through FaceTime and I'm able to see the person, and I could get a good feel intuitively too, because my guides talk to me, and I get a lot of channeled information between their guides and my guides, so I could give them the information that they're looking for. That's why they call me. They need some guidance and some help. So be aware that without the time of birth, We don't know the houses for sure, but we could figure it out. Number 2, we will always know from the date and place of your birth what your planets are and what sign they're in, and what angles or relationships they have to one another. That speaks volumes. I did a reading just the other day with a elderly woman. She was in, I believe, her 70s, and she said to me, I don't know what took me so long. I can't tell you how many people have said that once they got the reading. You know, hindsight's 2020. But then she figured out what her theme was. So going back to figuring out what your theme is, as a professional astrologer, we look at what pops out. So we have to look at what's loud on the chart. And sometimes it's a cluster of planets all in one sign. Sometimes it's all these hard angles to certain planets. And sometimes it's just the sun, moon, and the ascendant. But a lot of times that is vague, because if you just have the sun is in one sign, the moon is in another sign, and then your ascendant, because you do know the time of birth, is in a third sign, but then you have 5 energies or 6 energies with 8 different aspects in a particular, with the planet of Venus. Well, the emphasis for that person is about Venus. So now we have to look at the 70 different words. They're kind of related, but it depends on what time of, when they were, where are they in their life? Are they a youngster in their 20s, or are they, seniors already? But everybody has issues that they want to straighten out. So we go through the key words and we find what fits. And boy, that's when the magic starts happening. And by the way, if I didn't mention it, I am in the middle of, or past the middle, I'm creating the most phenomenal book you're ever going to see on how to do your own astrology chart. And pretty soon I'll have a link that you could pre-purchase that book. If you have any questions about that book, let me know. And I'm also teaching Astrology Made Super Easy. I do local events at the Edgar Cayce ARE, which is the Association of, I forgot what Research and Enlightenment. And that's right there in Virginia Beach. It's world famous on 67th Street. So I'll be teaching or having a workshop about how to improve your daily life using astrology. So make sure you get up there, because it's a limited space. And I believe it's offered for free, but you could always call the ARE bookstore and ask for more information. I also do readings there, usually during the psychic fairs, which are once a month. And sometimes I do the in-house bookstore psychic astrology readings as well. So, and I'm also the first Friday of the month at the Gypsy Soul Boutique. My very special friend is Carla, and she owns the Gypsy Soul Boutique on Mediterranean Avenue. I believe it's 1707, across from Barrel 17, and they have really good burgers. If you haven't gone there, try it out and stop in and say hi to Carla, or I think it's forgive me, Karen, that works there too. So and they're very good stylists. If you want an outfit for a special event, they got all kinds of beautiful stuff. Just go in there and get yourself looking really good. That's very Venus. It's very Libra too. So I hope that you're enjoying this video, but remember the themes in the chart. They're always echoed. They're echoed through the houses, they're echoed through the signs, and they're echoed through the planets. Because if you look at the natural wheel of astrology, Each planet and each house and each sign has an association. They relate to one another. For example, the first house is always associated with Aries, which is associated with Mars and a conjunction. So they all work together and they have similar energies. They have similar keywords. So that's how you find the theme in your chart. You look at your chart and you look at the pattern and you see where is their focus and what planet is focused, what sign is focused, what angles are focused. And that will tell you so much. And you'll say, oh my goodness. So until next time, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. Let's get that membership up so more people could be found on this platform and get educated. Please send your questions in. Write your questions in the comments below. I always read the comments and I always respond. Also, check out the social media platforms and have a wonderful new upcoming month that's coming, and let me know what else you want to learn about. Till the next time, have a beautiful day.